Mundakayam is not on the regular Kerala tourist trail, but it has a few technical dirt tracks where Ausep Chaco goes and plays with his motorcycles. So I drove out to meet him on one of these trails.
Hello.
What's up? Long time.
Where's your RT-PCR test?
I've got it. All clear. RT-PCR negative. What's up? Good.
Long time, man.
Long time. So, Chaco, my old colleague from my auto magazine days, now runs this thing called the Dirty School, right?
Hey, Dirty School. School of Dirt.
School of
Dirt.
Okay, the School of Dirt, not Dirty School.
Common, serious thing.
Okay, the School of Dirt, okay? So, since I was in Kerala, I thought that I'll just come and say hello. And he's going to take us up some crazy off-road trails, right?
Yep.
And
backyard.
Backyard. This is his backyard. So, for the car, we'll have some fun. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Chalo. At first, the trail was pretty smooth and through lush green terraces. But then it became quite challenging, with rocks jutting out everywhere. In a lesser car, I would have desisted from carrying on. But the high ground clearance and the reassuring torque of what I was driving gave me the confidence to proceed on this rock-strewn trail. Crawling over the rocks to get to the top, we came to a stop where the trail took a nosedive and the clouds hung low. We were now standing in the Annamala Hills overlooking Urambikara. Also known as the Elephant Mountains, this southern part of the Western Ghats run from the border of Tamil Nadu to central Kerala. The Annamalais are hydrated by generous rainfall and many rivers, hence several waterfalls abound. One such waterfall is the Madamakulam, literally meaning Madam's Waterfall. The story behind the name is that during the Raj, when the tea estate owners were out hunting, the madams of the household would come here and frolic and bathe. A certain Madam Robinson was particularly fond of this waterfall that has a lovely natural swimming pool below it. Because we were in a bit of a rush, I only facepalmed the water. It's a short 70-kilometer drive from Mundakayam to Kumarakom, and the last 15 kilometers are especially scenic because the backwaters come into view. At Kumarakom, my road trip went into wind-down mode, and I parked the Ford and took a boat to Coconut Lagoon that adjoins Vembanad Lake, which is an avian haven. My time at Coconut Lagoon was like a rudderless ship sailing directionless to the whim of the wind. I spent time around this verdant property soaking in the pool, lazing in hammocks, bird watching and cruising the lake at sunset. All this was interspersed with delicious food and refreshing cups of tea or coffee. On my penultimate day at Coconut Lagoon, Oos entered the scene again, sailing up to the resort's lobby with his friend Samira in a boat called Oops. They were going to take me out for some typical Kerala food and drink, so I thought I would suitably dress for the occasion. Incidentally, the boat was not named Oops because someone was accidentally conceived within, but rather because landlubbers often trip while getting in. Cruising the backwaters in the little speedboat was definitely the highlight of the day. We arrived at a little eating house in the R block section of the backwaters, and while climbing out of the boat, I lived up to its name, though it was not oops that came out of my mouth. These little restaurants on the backwaters are very basic, but the food is freshly caught and the drink is freshly collected. We had prawns, fish and clams fresh out of the water and washed it down with toddy collected from palm trees that morning.
So, I've reached the end of my Kerala road trip and I'm in Cochin. This is St. Francis's Church. If you recall, we started in Kapad where Vasco da Gama landed in 1498. This is where he died and was buried for many years when he died in 1524. So it's quite fitting that we end over here.
My final night in Kerala was at the Brunton Boatyard Hotel on Fort Cochin's waterfront. Built on the site of boat builder Geo Brunton and Sons' 19th century boatyard, this hotel is in the heart of Cochin's historical district. Remnants of the past are but a few footsteps away from this colonial Malabar-style mansion. Tomorrow I would start my drive back to Bombay. But today I was content to sit and watch the waterway from where once heavily laden merchant ships started off on their long journey fraught with danger and uncertainty to the far side of the world.